Facebook gets a facelift. Your iPhone can control your entire car, and how to avoid getting scammed by the stimulus package. It's Thursday, March 5th. I'm Natalie Del Conte, and it's time to get loaded. Facebook will be rolling out changes to its homepage and profile pages next week. Here's what to expect. First off, the homepage will be presented as 3 columns. On the left, you'll be able to filter content by groups or friend list. In the middle, Facebook added a dedicated publisher, so you'll be able to share an article or photo quickly. Underneath is the so-called stream, which is a real-time update of what's going on with your friends, which won't have to be refreshed, like Twitter. And on the right are highlights, which will include events. In addition, Facebook pages for public figures will act just like user profiles, and updates from people like Oprah or President Obama will be directly fed into your stream if you so choose. Google is making Calendar available offline. That means if your internet connection is off, you can view your scheduled events in Google Calendar, but you won't be able to edit them. If you do, the changes won't be saved. This feature was previously available to users of Google Apps, but the company is turning it on for everyone using Google Gears. You can now stream audio podcasts without actually downloading them from the Zune Marketplace.
Congress voted today to establish a new government agency specifically charged with finding loose coins on the ground, in couches, or wherever they may be located.
If you visit social.zune.net/podcasts, you'll be able to find the entire library of Zune podcasts from which to stream episodes without actually downloading them. Very cool and great for Buzz Out Loud, except I couldn't find it in the online directory, which of course doesn't make me happy, and I've set someone to work on it. Imagine using your iPhone as your car key and in-dash controller. You don't have to imagine too hard. Brian Cooley has a look at the iChange, which is a concept out of the 2009 Geneva Motor Show, and it can do just that. Take a look.
Rinspeed is one of the best reasons to go to Geneva every year. They do some wild concept cars. Do you recall their scuba underwater ride? Well, this year they might even top that with the iChange, which has a body that, well, can change. It'll morph from a 1-seat speedster to a 3-passenger car at the push of a button. It's all very aerodynamic, having no doors to speak of. You get in through the pop-up teardrop roof capsule. Even cooler is the use of an iPhone to control most of the car's functions you'd normally put into dashboard controls. Just don't lose your phone.
AOL is said to be relaunching Winamp, the old media player from way back when. It's supposed to have a few new features like a commerce platform, artist discovery tools, and iTunes syncing, which is a surprise. The last update to good old Winamp was in late 2007, so it's about time. The Federal Trade Commission is worried that you'll fall victim to phishing or spamming scams due to the stimulus package. They're doing their part to warn against this, so if you see an email that promises a chunk off the $800 million stimulus package, please don't click on it, not even if it has a picture of President Obama. One example is Jessica's moneyblog.com. It asks you to pay $1.99 in order to get your piece of the pie. This should go without saying, but unfortunately it doesn't. So be careful and keep in mind that the only official information about grants that is legit will be found at grants.gov. You should know this and tell your less web-savvy friends to do the same. On Monday, I posed this very serious question to you. Would James Bond use an e-reader? After all, it does seem kind of like a sleepy gadget for a member of the British Secret Intelligence Service. Here's what you think. Kadeem says, I don't think James Bond would actually use an e-reader. I've never even seen him read a book. Marco says, I think Bond can use his e-reader for the mission briefings M hands out. Roberto says, don't think Bond would use something so hard to conceal. And Keith makes this good point. Seems like any spy movie/show, you'll see the spy using a newspaper while doing surveillance. You can't hide behind an e-book so well. That's a good point. In fact, we tested out this theory just to be sure.
What are you doing?
Those are all your headlines for today, and that wraps up your week of Getting Loaded. Before I go, I want to wish a happy birthday to Ben, Christy, Siobhan, and a happy 21st birthday to John. I will see the rest of you on Monday. Thank you for watching. I'm Natalie Del Conte with CNET TV, and you've just been loaded.
There are 63 of them, all packed into 21 days of heartbreak and Cinderella stories, where fouls aren't cheap and free throws costly, when meetings become optional and games mandatory. An event so huge, an entire month becomes madness, and the alphabet is reduced to 4 letters. NCAA March Madness. All 63 games live and on the go. Where will you be when the madness happens? Watch all the madness with mobile TV, only on AT&T.